In August 2023, a man exited a supermarket with his wife and young son when two robbers on a motorcycle noticed the family and pulled over nearby. Their movements suggested an imminent robbery attempt. Sensing immediate danger, the man drew his legally owned firearm and fired toward the suspects, forcing them to flee instantly without taking anything. The family escaped unharmed, and the threat ended within seconds. While the outcome prevented a robbery, gunfire in public areas presents serious risks to bystanders, especially families and children. Authorities emphasize that even defensive gun use can lead to unintended injuries. Experts advise prioritizing situational awareness, maintaining distance from suspicious activity, and escaping to safe, populated areas whenever possible. Avoidance and early detection remain the safest strategies in public spaces. In April 2014, three masked individuals entered a store intending to commit a robbery. Unbeknownst to them, an off-duty military personnel was inside as a customer. Observing their suspicious behavior, he quickly assessed the situation and drew his firearm, aiming it at one suspect before any demands were made. Startled by the unexpected resistance, two of the robbers immediately fled the store, abandoning the attempt. No shots were fired, and no one was injured. While this incident ended safely, experts caution that armed confrontations in public spaces can escalate unpredictably. Even trained individuals face high risks during tense encounters. Authorities recommend that civilians prioritize compliance, distance, and contacting law enforcement whenever possible, relying on security systems, surveillance, and rapid police response to reduce danger. In June 2019, a man entered a store and robbed the cashier at gunpoint, taking cash before heading toward the exit. As he left, another customer entered, and the suspect attempted to rob him as well. During the chaos, the robber tried to hide the firearm inside his trousers. Under stress, the weapon discharged accidentally, injuring the suspect. He dropped the stolen money and fled the scene in pain, abruptly ending the robbery. The incident highlights how dangerous improper firearm handling can be, even for those committing crimes. Experts note that stress greatly increases the likelihood of accidental discharges. Firearm accidents frequently result in serious injuries or worse. Authorities emphasize that avoiding confrontation and reporting incidents from a safe distance is the best course of action for civilians. In January 2018, two robbers entered a store carrying imitation firearms to intimidate the cashier. They jumped over the counter and began the robbery attempt, believing the fake weapons would ensure compliance. Moments later, police officers arrived unexpectedly and intervened immediately. One suspect was neutralized during the arrest, while the second was taken into custody without further resistance. The robbery ended within seconds. This incident demonstrates the importance of rapid police response and highlights the extreme danger of using fake weapons during crimes. Law enforcement and civilians cannot distinguish imitation firearms from real ones in high-stress situations. Authorities warn that imitation weapons can provoke lethal responses. Experts strongly advise relying on prevention, surveillance, and emergency response systems rather than direct confrontation. In March 2021 in Brazil, a woman was walking along a public walkway while using her phone when a thief on a motorcycle snatched it and attempted to flee. A nearby motorist who witnessed the theft reacted quickly and struck the motorcycle with his vehicle. The suspect fell, abandoned the phone, and ran. Nearby pedestrians pursued him, and he was eventually apprehended. The stolen phone was recovered, and no serious injuries were reported. While the intervention stopped the theft, authorities warned that chasing or striking suspects with vehicles is extremely dangerous. Such actions can result in severe injuries to bystanders. Experts advise prioritizing personal safety, avoiding pursuit, and reporting crimes promptly to law enforcement instead of engaging directly. In February 2020, A man parked his car and walked toward an ATM to withdraw cash when a robber suddenly approached and attempted an attack. Instead of complying, the victim reacted quickly and used martial arts training to break free and force the suspect to retreat. The robbery failed, and the attacker fled without taking anything. While this outcome ended without injury, experts strongly caution that physical resistance during robberies carries extreme risk, especially when weapons may be involved. Many confrontations escalate unpredictably and can lead to serious harm within seconds. Safety professionals emphasize that prevention is always safer than confrontation. Choosing well-lit ATMs, staying aware of surroundings, limiting distractions, and having an exit plan can significantly reduce danger. In December 2025, two women were walking home at night when two men on a motorcycle approached and attempted to snatch their bags. As the suspects tried to escape, a bystander reacted instinctively and nearly knocked one rider off the motorcycle with a flying kick. The sudden intervention startled the suspects, who fled without stealing anything. While the robbery attempt failed, experts warn that confronting suspects on moving vehicles is extremely dangerous and can easily result in severe injuries or fatalities. Motorcycles are unstable, and sudden impacts can harm bystanders as well as those involved. Safety specialists advise avoiding direct intervention whenever possible. For pedestrians, safer precautions include traveling in groups, choosing well-lit routes, staying alert, and limiting phone use at night. Reporting suspicious activity quickly and prioritizing personal safety over property remains the recommended approach. Awareness and prevention consistently reduce risk. In January 2026 in Brazil, a robber entered a store and threatened the cashier with a firearm while searching behind the counter for valuables. Unaware that the cashier was armed, the suspect attempted to leave, prompting the cashier to draw his weapon and fire multiple shots. The threat was stopped immediately, and the robbery ended. Although the employee survived unharmed, experts emphasize that gunfire inside public businesses creates extreme danger for customers, staff, and nearby pedestrians. Confined spaces increase the risk of accidental injury, ricochets, and panic. Security professionals consistently advise businesses to prioritize non-violent safety measures such as protective barriers, surveillance cameras, panic buttons, staff training, and rapid police response. These layers reduce reliance on direct confrontation. This incident demonstrates that while resistance may succeed in rare cases, prevention, preparedness, and professional response remain the safest solutions in retail environments. In February 2019 in Sussex, two robbers entered a store armed with BB guns and attempted to rob the cashier by demanding money. After realizing the weapons were not real firearms, the cashier pulled out a knife and chased the suspects out, immediately ending the robbery attempt. While the cashier successfully defended himself, authorities warn that reacting based on assumptions about weapons is extremely dangerous. Fake guns are often indistinguishable from real ones, and resistance can trigger violent escalation from suspects, armed civilians, or responding police. Safety experts consistently advise compliance during robberies, followed by reporting and preserving evidence. Employees are encouraged to focus on staying calm, avoiding sudden movements, and using security measures such as cameras, alarms, and barriers. This incident highlights how quickly situations can spiral and why avoiding confrontation remains the safest strategy, regardless of whether a weapon appears real or not. In March 2013, a man entered his car when two robbers suddenly approached and attempted to hijack the vehicle. Sensing immediate danger, the driver drew his firearm and opened fire, causing one suspect to retreat while the other fled. The carjacking attempt ended instantly, and the victim escaped unharmed. Despite the outcome, experts stress that vehicle confrontations are among the most dangerous situations civilians can face. Confined spaces, limited visibility, in nearby traffic increase the risk of unintended injury to passengers and bystanders. Safety specialists recommend focusing on prevention rather than confrontation. Locking doors immediately, scanning surroundings before entering a vehicle, avoiding isolated areas, and driving away when possible are safer responses. Defensive driving habits and awareness significantly reduce risk. This incident reinforces that escape and avoidance remain the safest strategies during carjacking attempts whenever conditions allow.